snap! What's up, classic crew? How you been and how you do? Welcome to my YouTube. I'm excited to spend this time with you. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey beautiful child of God, it's Jasmine and welcome to my channel, Stay Classy by Jazzy. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 8 tips on how I have set up my planner for this school year. Now, just for reference, I am a senior in college, not high school. I get that a lot. And I've spent the past couple years learning ways for me to be most productive and organized in my classes. So I'm really excited to share with you some of the tips that I have acquired over the years that can potentially help you, especially if this is your first semester in college. Before I get started, just keep in mind that these are suggestions. You don't have to use every single tip. You can only use one tip or maybe all of those tips. I don't know. These are just things that helped me and I want to help with you. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so first things first, I can't share with you my tips without sharing with you my planner. Now this is actually the biggest planner I've had so far since being in college. My planners were usually smaller than this, maybe the size of a book. Just for size reference, this is my Bible and this is my planner. And usually my planners are the size of my Bible. And this year, not so much. Normally I go to TJ Maxx or Marshalls to get them, but they kind of were a letdown this time. So I went to Walmart and found this cute one by Ashley G. So in the front, it has the black and white. I think they're black. Maybe it's navy blue. Basically black and white stripes, and has a protector on the front and the back. And just a little tour of my planner real quick. Do people do this? They have a little folder in the front so I can put stuff in it. Then it has like a little cover sheet. And then it has the overall year broken down into months. And then another page, we have a bookmark right here, stickers. And then I actually have printed out my schedule and have it on a page in the front. That way I can check it whenever I am forgetting in the first couple weeks, like where I'm supposed to go when I actually go back on campus and when my classes start, because they're at weird times right now. Oops, I just broke off my bookmark. And then basically the planner is set up just like any old planner. We have the months right here broken down, but what I really like is that they're like big boxes, so I can put a lot of information in them. And then the actual planning section, they have really big sections that go from this one end of the page to the next end of the page. But that is the gist of my planner. This is not a video about my planner, this is a video about how I use my planner. So without further ado, let's get into the tips. All right, so tip number 1 is to write all your assignments in your planner. Every single one of them. Everything from course readings to tests to projects to proposals to papers, all of it. Here's the thing, in college you have several classes within a week, just like high school. And so there are a bunch of different syllabus that you get from each professor, all in different places. And that kind of stresses me out because it's all scattered, nothing's organized. So I like to take the time, usually the first couple of days, if not the first week of school, to sit down and go through each of my syllabus for each class and write down the dates in my planner so I can have all of them in one space. That way, instead of going through my computer looking for assignments due for this week for one class and assignments due for that week for another class, I can just open up my planner and it's all there. Now, tip number 2 is to write in pencil versus pen. Now, this is a personal preference for me. Of course, you can write in pen. However, I like pencil because I can correct my mistakes. The thing about college is it's always changing. Due dates are subject to change. They're tentative. So basically, when I write in pencil, that gives me the ability to erase and rewrite a new date if an assignment has been extended. In the past, I didn't do this, and I like the look of pen because it's a lot neater. However, I did not like the look of crossing out an assignment and having to write it. It just looked messy and not organized, and so I opted for pencil. Number 3 is to label your assignments. Now, this is also personal preference as well. Like I said, I like to be organized as much as possible, and with all the classes that I have all in one space on my planner, I want to be able to know which class is which. Now, in the past, I did use pen, like I said in the second tip. I used color-coded pens, and I used to color code my classes, and you can still do that. You can do it in pen or you can do it in a highlighter. I used to highlight my classes too. I will say highlighting is a little time consuming, but if you enjoy it, by all means be my guest. For me, I use abbreviations of my class titles. So for example, I have an emotions in the workplace class, and so I abbreviated EMO for short, and next to every single assignment, so I'll know that this is for my emotions class. And then I have an abnormal psych class, so I just put AB for abnormal psych, so I'll know this is for my psych class and this is for my emotions class. Tip number 4 is to use checkboxes. These are my holy grails. I love checkboxes because I use them for my to-do list. They help me keep track of what assignments I have to do and what assignments I've already completed. Now, of course, you don't have to use checkboxes. You can cross out again. You can highlight whatever system works best for you. I have just been using checkboxes I have just been using check boxes for years, and I just like the way it signals to my brain like, hey, this box is open, you need to do this, and then I can check it off when I'm done. And honestly, I love that feeling when I can check something off the box. It's just something just so satisfying about putting a little check box. Feel like I'm done, it's off my shoulders, goodbye. Tip number 5 is to write all your important dates in all caps. Basically, all caps is short for capitalization, capital letters. This signals to your brain that it's important and I need to remember it, and this will stand out amongst the rest of the assignments in your planner. So essentially, this is an extra detailed tip that you don't have to do, but I do it just to make sure that my brain's like, you got a test coming up, all caps. And one of my favorite things to do when I do have a test coming up, I do a little parentheses saying good luck to myself. Just a nice little encouraging message. Be like, you got this, you can do this. Tip number 6, following along with putting all your due dates and important dates in all caps, I also recommend highlighting them. This again is another way to signal to your brain this is important and it stands out again from the rest. The key here is we're trying to organize all our material in the most efficient way so we can figure out what can I focus my attention on now and what can I focus my attention on later. Number 7 is to write important dates or events in the monthly calendar portion of your planner. This is a tip that I enjoy because whenever I start a new month, I like to look at my month at a glance, all in a general broad spectrum, and so I can see like, hey, I got 3 exams in this class this month, I have 2 exams here, 2 projects there, work this day, babysit that night. I know when I look at my month at a glance, I can see what I need to do, what's coming up, so I'm not surprised by any means. I would recommend in your calendar portion writing exams that you might have, big projects, papers, maybe you have a job and you're working, babysitting, anything that needs to catch your attention at a quick glance. And number 8, the very last tip, is a tip I actually got from Hannah, from Miss Hannah Ashley. You should check out her channel and her video about how she got prepped for the first day of classes, what she has done. And it kind of follows the tip of like writing all your assignments in your planner, is to take every single syllabus from your class and download it to your computer and save it into one folder. This is really key, and I wish I knew this tip way when I was a freshman. So all you freshmen listening right now, I guess is a golden tip for you. Like I said earlier, I get really overwhelmed when things are all over the place and there's no rhyme or reason or rhythm. And so when I want to look at an assignment real quick, it's a lot easier to look at an assignment when it's all in one place versus scattered all together. All I did was I downloaded all of my syllabi for my classes, and then I created a folder and I just titled it Syllabi Fall Schedule 2020 to 2021, I'm pretty sure. And then I took all my downloads and just dragged them to that folder. And I even took an additional step and added that folder to my desktop screen on the background. So when I log on, I can click on the folder and all my syllabi, all my assignments, all the instructions, everything by my office hours from my professors, all that good stuff, it's all in one place. Alright, those are my 8 tips for this video. If you didn't see the underlying theme for me and just as a student for my success over the years has been to be organized and just to be alert and aware of everything early on. Well, a lot of the problems that students face stems from a lack of organization. So when you can kind of start the year off being organized as best as possible, this will help you in the long run to release some stress that doesn't really need to be there if you can take a couple hours or a couple days that you can use to get yourself aligned, make yourself organized, get yourself together, see what's going on, all that good stuff. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope that it was a very encouraging and insightful and practical for you. Let me know down below what was your favorite tip from the list that I shared with you. Also, if you have a tip that I do not know or you personally love, let us know down in the comments below. The classy crew, we're supposed to build each other up, right? We're supposed to make sure we're all successful and thriving together. So share that tip down in the comments. I would love to hear it. Alright, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your weekend and enjoy the new week ahead. And I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to stay classy crew, which means cherish life and simply surprise yourself. Bye!